Hi guys, what's up? Today I am going to review the book of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. This book is about two men, one of them George, who is quick, agile, dark at the face, fast, skinny, and sharp. The other one is like the opposite of George, tall, bulky, kind of big, muscular. Lenny, although he does have the brain of a child, he loves petting things. These two go around California searching for jobs to do, and they work from ranch to ranch, pursuing their dream of owning 1 acre of land and a small hut for them to live in by themselves. Along the way, they start working this ranch, and they meet this old man named Candy, who joins them on their mission, and their adventure takes them from ponds, swamps, to ranches, searching for jobs. What I liked about this book is the very unpredictable ending, which was completely shocking for me. Like, when you read about half of the book, you think that you know what the ending is going to be. I almost felt like I should put down the book. But then the ending, the final part, was just so dramatic, I couldn't put the book down. I also like the way on how the story takes place in one area, one setting, which is the ranch where they mainly go. In the first quarter of the book, it talks about adventures in other places, but mainly for most of the important parts of the book, it stays in the ranch. And I think it put lots of details into that place, which I found was interesting as well, because I think it really captivated my attention. The way he described the ranch and what happened there and all the action. This book has a bit of a difficult vocabulary. It also has a bit of inappropriate words which were used in the time. This book is kind of in the fiction tragedy bit kind of category. Fiction because obviously it was made up, although I found this book quite realistic. Tragedy because there are some sad parts in it, which I also found quite depressing. I would definitely recommend this book because this book is so beautifully written. I completely just zipped through it. It was one of the favorite books that I've read this week, and I just completely finished it in 1 hour, in one go, and I just couldn't put it down. Overall, I would give this book 4.8 out of 5. What I thought could be improved about this book? Well, one of the very important characters in this book, named Candy, he's the one who joins Lenny and George on their quest to own their acre of land. He is introduced in the later part of this book, about the half of the book. I think a bit earlier than that. But he plays such an important role, especially in the last quarter, where most of the action is, that I think they should have introduced him earlier to play a different role. And also I found it a bit surprising the way George and Lenny just already, like when they just met him, they started trusting him, and how easily they became friends. I think that was a bit unrealistic for me. My favorite character in this book is probably, I think I like Candy, the old man who helps Lenny and George on their quest. I also like Slim, which is one of the men on the ranch. He seems very nice, and George and Slim become friends. Although between the part between halfway to the very ending plot, he doesn't play that much of a role. He's just kind of a background character. I really liked his personality. I also really like the way they also describe the personality of each of these characters. Like, Lenny had the brain of a child. He likes petting mouses even if they're dead. And George is just sharp. Sometimes he's a little bit short-tempered. And I found these personalities like not perfect, but really easy to believe in. John Steinbeck is the author of The Grapes of Wrath, which won the 1963 Nobel Prize in Literature Award. This book was given to me by my friend's family, and I kind of just tucked it in my bookshelf for years. And then one day my dad told me to clean out your bookshelf, and I pulled it down and I said, well, why don't I read this book? So I just started reading and I just couldn't let go. It was so good. If you've read this book, I would love to hear your opinion, and I also would like to hear the way you think about these characters, which was part of the very interesting part of this book to me. Make sure to subscribe and place like. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my book review on Of Mice and Men.